Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to do Tabby Violet's best low-key luxury bags tag, and I love the concept of this. So it's what bags do you have in your collection, or maybe some that you don't have but you could just show pictures or whatever, that you think are luxurious but are low-key. And that is going to mean different things to different people, so everyone's showing really different pieces, and I think it's fun. I was tagged by my friend Andri, and yeah, her video was great, and I've got my take on it. So let's just dive right in because I want this to be quite a snappy, quick video. Okay, so I've got 5 bags here. 3 you'll have seen before on my channel, 2 are new. And although I try not to include bags in tags and things until I've really worn them and I've used them a little bit more, these were bought because they were low key and that was what I was looking for. So it would be really silly not to show them in this video. So let's crack on. I'm going to start with the oldest to the most new to me bag. So my first low-key but luxury piece is this one, and it's by LaRon, and I'm not even sure what the name is. This is discontinued. This is the small size, so it's kind of quite compact. I think YouTube, because we put things in the foreground, it makes them look bigger, but this to me is about the same size as a Speedy 25, but it's and about the same thickness in the base, but it really tapers at the top. It's very elegant and very low-key and pared down and simple. But yeah, so what makes this low-key? It doesn't have a huge amount of obvious branding. You can obviously take that off or put it inside, and the brand is just in foil here. For me, one thing that makes this low-key is that it is a grained leather that's not too shiny. I sometimes think, for me, anything that my instinct tells me is blingy is the opposite of low-key. So like patent leather or really chunky massive hardware to me is the opposite of low-key. And all of these, I have some more loud items. I mean, that's the Palm Springs Mini. I just got that, and that's not particularly low-key because it's monogram, but it's small, and also it hasn't got fascetta on it, which makes it a little bit more low-key. But yeah, this is just really smart. So it doesn't have to be super casual to be low-key either, in my opinion. So this is a slightly formal style of bag, but because it's low-key, I can incorporate it with casual outfits, or if I just want to wear something casual but I want to elevate my look with my accessories, then I'll use this, and it's a real favourite functionality wise as well, and I just really enjoy it. You can get these in quite good condition on the pre-loved market. I think it's called the Rive Gauche tote. There are other Rive Gauche totes, but this is what it said on the ticket, but then other places had it listed, when I was looking for it, Matches and Farfetched had it listed as a Cabas tote or something. So yeah, really nice. The next one is something that I think a lot of people doing this tag will show if they have it, and that is the Chanel Reissue bag, especially in this distressed calfskin and ruthenium hardware, which to me is the most kind of classic version of this. This is in the 226 size, so it's kind of in between the medium large classic flap and the jumbo. So I don't feel like my classic flaps are particularly loud, but they do feel a little bit bougie, and because the design of them is so iconic, people who don't buy luxury bags have still seen them. So when I go somewhere, especially with my jumbo, I do get looks, and I don't mind, but there are certain situations where I wouldn't really be comfortable with that. Not sure why. And this is just still like having a Chanel bag, but it's super, super kind of casual and low-key and all that, because it isn't shiny and it hasn't got massive branding on it, and just the style of it is more low-key. It's not boxy, it's squishy. That's another thing. I think sometimes ultra structured bags don't look very low-key. They look a bit kind of uptight, and this is just slouchy and not particularly, it's just easygoing, and I love that about it. Okay, next I have a Mulberry piece. This is my newest Mulberry, I only have 2 Mulberry bags now. So this is my newest Mulberry bag. It is the small zip top, so the small zipped Bayswater. To me it's taupe, but they call this something along the lines of stone grey, solid grey. That's it, not stone grey, solid grey, but to me it's taupey. It's got warmth to it. I just really like this. I know a lot of people bash Mulberry, and in particular when I revealed this in a favourites or something, I had a lot of comments that were not overt trolling, but they were people saying I'm really not disappointed, I'm really surprised that you've bought a Mulberry. Mulberry's nothing. Mulberry ain't all that. What are you doing buying a Mulberry now? It won't be worth anything. I never buy bags with resale in mind. I just need to say that. I buy what I like. And this to me is classic. It's beautiful grainy leather. It's really well made. This, I'm not saying everything by Mulberry is well made, but this I checked and this is really beautifully made. And the hardware is really low key and small. And it's, again, like a structured bag like this one. Like a tote kind of bag, but it's just low key because it's a seasonal colour. It's not got anything loud or massive branding on it. It's just really smart and I really enjoy it. I love the softness of the colour as well. Okay, and on to the two like newer ones. The first one is a tote, and I finally decided to fix my tote situation. I had two Neverfull GMs and I had a couple of other totes that are not high-end, plain leather ones, a burgundy one and a blue one, and I love them. But I wanted to go back to those times years ago when I used my Damier Ebene Neverfull MM so many times a week as just an everyday casual bag in the winter, like autumn winter months. And I put on weight over the years, and I find the strap really short on the Neverfulls. I mean, a lot of people who aren't overweight find that when you have a big coat, it's right up in your armpit. And I just used to go, but I love the way the bag, I still love the way the bag looks, the way the straps attach and they have that beautiful leaf shape. It's just everything about nearly all Louis Vuitton bags is super iconic. But it just, my recent GM was very stiff, thick, good quality feeling canvas. But because it's so big, I didn't really feel like I could make it slouch in. It takes a while for that leather to feel soft, and I wasn't using it enough to break it in, and it just was sitting in the closet. I only used it maybe 3 days, and I just knew that I didn't need two Neverfull GMs. I have the Azure and I'm really attached to that. So I thought, let's get a different tote that can be your all year round workhorse tote. And I wanted to go back to a more kind of MM size. So this is the Daily Battle in the 37, and it's by the brand Fur La Page, if I didn't say. It has got a pattern on it, kind of similar to the Goyard maybe, but it's more of a curvy, like a semicircle design. And I'm really, really happy with this choice. The minute I opened the box, I just fell in love, because again, this bag and the next bag I'm going to show you, stores were closed internationally when I bought these. So I had to just look at the brand's websites, look obsessively, especially the next one, on YouTube videos to try and gauge if I was going to enjoy these pieces. And again, you can return things you buy online, but it's a hassle and I just wanted to be sure. Anyway, I absolutely love this because it is squishy. I love the grey colour. It'll go with everything. It feels really well made and luxurious. The leather handles are adjustable here, so you can have them longer when you are wearing a thicker coat. You can make them shorter in the summer, or you can even, I did this the other day, have like a shopper with a short handle, but you will have the strap hanging down long, but it looks kind of nonchalant and cool. Really love this bag. Yeah, it is quite supple and bendy, but not that it bothers me. But so I tend to wear a tote like this and put the same amount of items that I would put in a tiny bag. I don't pack the bag to fill it. So for this one, I did get an organizer, but I am going to do a separate video because I've got two new bags and they've both got Samorga organizers in. So I'm going to do a video on my two new Samorga organizers because, and I haven't been paid or asked to do a video or anything like that. I bought these two organizers with my own money, and I just had genuinely a really positive experience, and I've seen a cluster of slightly negative videos on Samorga, and I thought it would be good to balance that with a positive experience. So probably my next video will expand on the organizers that I picked, the buying process, any changes I made, because I did do a custom change to one of them, and just my experience. And then very kindly, the lady that I was emailing said, do social media, and I said, yeah, I have a YouTube channel, and she said, you could have your own discount code for your viewers to use. So I do have that, so that'll be in the next video. Anyway, I got the organizer just because when I got this bag, we were in a heat wave, and my friend pointed this out to me, and I was like, duh, why didn't I think of that? That when it's really hot, these type of materials soften, and it was really slouchy. And so I got an organizer it still can be slouchy. These organizers don't make bags rigid, but it's got a cup holder and other pockets, which just makes a bag like this that's just one big hole really more functional. So I'm really enjoying this. And again, I know it's patterned, but to me, overall, it's still low key because it's not something you're going to see as much as a Neverfull, which is, you just see them everywhere. So there's that one. And then last but not least, I have a new bag that I'm really excited to have. And I thought about it and ummed and ahed about it for a long time. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not because I didn't like it when I first saw it, and it grew on me over like 2 years. So without any more waffle, this is my new Loewe puzzle bag. It's the bigger one, the medium. I mean, there is even a bigger one, a large. And I have to say, when I first got this bag, I've used it a couple of times, I was a bit worried that I'd made a mistake in getting the bigger one because when it's got a lot in it, it's quite heavy. But actually, when I looked at my collection and looked at what was missing, I had a lot of bags, this is what I'm using today, that are this kind of size, and the smaller one is more this kind of size, maybe a tiny bit thicker. And actually what I needed was something like this that I could just throw things in, not something I'd have to carefully place my SLGs in to fit. And the smaller one, you have to kind of do that, and even though it's roomy, you still have to do that, and the zip is really narrow, like way smaller than on like a Speedy 25. So I'm glad that I got the bigger of the two, and it's more slouchy, which is sort of what I was after. Anyway, I think this is low-key because it's clearly luxurious. Even if you didn't know anything about bags, if you picked it up and touched it, or you just saw it because your friend was carrying it, you can see on this Loewe leather that the leather is just thick. It's got a natural sheen to it and a very slight grain. It just, the hardware is like thick and just really beautiful and like all rounded off. It's just, it looks definitely luxurious, but I don't know that many people outside, say London, are going to know what brand this is. There is a white stamped logo here, but it's the picture logo. It doesn't say Loewe. It says Loewe on the hardware, but nobody is going to see that apart from you. It's tiny. So I think this is obviously luxurious, but pretty low key. I mean, it's bold in its design, but because it's just all one colour leather, I think it does constitute low key, especially because it's not, it's very boxy when it's new. When you hold it up by the shoulder handle, it stays more rectangular. When you carry it with this top handle, which is incredibly comfortable, because this is twisted, see, it's set on a twisted angle, this and this, the tension of holding this like this causes the bag to slightly twist, and that's what causes the slouch. I think that is the epitome of low-key, but it's also the epitome of luxurious feet there, in that it's beautiful leather and such a classic rich tan shade. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I haven't used it that much because we're in lockdown, and I'm using bags for practicality, for quick errands. I'm not really packing a bag to kind of massively accessorize an outfit because I'm just dressed in jeans and t-shirts and stuff like that quite a lot of the time. But this is going to get more use when the sun comes back out. We've had a few rainy, cloudy days again, but I think this is really my style, especially with the silver hardware. At first, I thought I wanted gold because I thought of gold and tan as a more natural pairing. But when you actually get this bag and you see the kind of toffee or caramel colour, it's quite saturated, kind of rich tone, and the silver hardware chills it out, makes it, you know, more low key. In my opinion, I love it. It's very casual, very laid back, which again, laid back, low key, similar vibe. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Probably be more kind of handbaggy accessory stuff because I'm kind of really back into that. And then the next one after that, yeah, I'll do something about these two Samorgas and more of a first impressions a bit more thoroughly on these bags. And then the next video, I've had a request from 2 or 3 people via Instagram to talk about some of the new releases from Charlotte Tilbury, what I think is worth picking up, what I think is like maybe not. I have got the setting spray, the new lighter version of the Magic Cream, the new airbrush bronzer, and the new Pillow Talk lip and cheek cream, so I could do a video on those, a little bit of a get ready with me. We all know how much B loves her Charlotte Tilbury makeup, but not all of it is always a necessary purchase, because they do often put out things, especially with the eye palettes and stuff, that are very similar to other products. So I always like to give it to you honestly to help you make the right choices. Anyway, I hope you have a great week and I'll see you soon. Bye.